Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Steffy's shocking move to block Hope and Carter's romance. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease Hope Logan, Annika Noel, might be driven to her breaking point if she faces another romance ban. Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Finswood, was against the idea of Hope and Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, being a couple, pushing Thomas to take Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samiri, and leave town. Hope was furious after losing both the man she loved and the son they were raising together, who are now all the way in France. Meanwhile, Thomas has found happiness with Paris Buckingham, Diamond White, and Douglas is excited about the prospect of having her as a stepmom. In her frustration, Hope found herself daydreaming about John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, and ended up planting a drunken kiss on him. Since that incident, Steffy has been firm with Hope about setting boundaries and maintaining her distance. Steffy is determined to protect her marriage, so one might expect her to be pleased if Hope shifted her focus to a new romantic interest. Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, appears to be the next contender in Hope's love life, but things might not unfold as she hopes, considering how Steffy feels. Steffy sees Carter as a dear friend and someone she will always cherish. In fact, he's practically family to the Forresters, which makes Steffy feel a strong sense of responsibility to look out for him. Having witnessed Carter face numerous tough breakups, she's particularly sensitive to his feelings. Given her perception of Hope mirroring that of Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, Steffy is concerned that Hope could end up using Carter and leaving him heartbroken once again. What will Hope's response be if Steffy puts her foot down and prohibits her from seeing Carter? Steffy could find herself in the midst of some intense drama, realizing she needs to take action before things escalate. It's not hard to picture Steffy extending her warning, implying that if Hope wants to maintain her position, she should steer clear of any romantic entanglements with Carter. Such a demand could very well push Hope to her limits, igniting a feud with Steffy that reaches unprecedented heights. If Steffy tries to shield her friend and Forrester's CUO, it might just backfire, leaving Hope consumed by thoughts of retaliation. Hope might just decide to stop following orders and let things unfold as they will regarding Hope for the future. If Carter successfully helps her revitalize her line as he intends, it could thrive to the point where she no longer has to be concerned about any threats. Should that happen, Steffy may find herself with no option but to retreat if Hope for the future regains its popularity. Additionally, Steffy might begin to recognize that Hope and Carter could actually be a good match. Regardless, it seems likely that Steffy's first response to the prospect of Hope and Carter dating won't be very favorable. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, love triangles and power plays have long been a staple, but Steffy Forrester's next move may be her most shocking yet. With years of history and drama entwining her life with those around her, Steffy is no stranger to making bold moves to protect her family and her own interests. However, her latest decision to block a blossoming romance between Hope Logan and Carter Walton is set to send shockwaves through Los Angeles. But what could drive Steffy to step into yet another romantic mess? And why is she so determined to stop this unexpected couple from getting closer? A brewing attraction. It all started innocently enough. Hope, reeling from her latest round of heartache involving her estranged husband, Liam Spencer, found herself seeking comfort in new places. For years, Hope had been caught in the endless push and pull of her relationship with Liam, with Steffy always playing a central role. But after their latest breakup, Hope vowed to move on with her life, and in doing so, found herself spending more time with Carter. Carter Walton, Forrester Creations' dashing COO, was nursing his own wounds after the collapse of his tumultuous engagement to Quinn Fuller. With his professional life soaring but his personal life in shambles, Carter had been avoiding romance. That is, until he and Hope crossed paths in the most unexpected way. Working closely together on a new Forrester campaign, Hope and Carter discovered an undeniable chemistry. Their shared passions and late-night work sessions sparked a connection neither of them saw coming. What began as professional camaraderie slowly evolved into stolen glances, lingering conversations, and a friendship teetering on the edge of something more. Steffy's unease. At first, no one seemed to notice the growing bond between Hope and Carter, least of all Steffy. But as whispers of their closeness began circulating at Forrester Creations, Steffy's radar went up. Always fiercely protective of her family, Steffy couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Despite her complicated past with Hope, she had always seen Carter as a trusted friend and ally. The thought of him entangled with Hope sent alarm bells ringing in her mind. Steffy's unease wasn't just about her personal history with Hope. She had a deep respect for Carter and saw him as someone who deserved stability and happiness. To Steffy, Hope represented the opposite, someone whose romantic history was filled with chaos and drama. The last thing she wanted was for Carter to become another casualty in Hope's revolving door of relationships. The warning. Determined to protect Carter from potential heartache, Steffy decided to take matters into her own hands. But instead of confronting Hope directly, Steffy sought out Carter. In a private moment, she pulled him aside at Forrester Creations, her expression serious and guarded. "Carter, I need to talk to you about something," Steffy began, her voice firm but gentle. Carter, always respectful of Steffy's opinions, raised an eyebrow. "What's going on, Steffy?" "I've noticed you and Hope have been spending a lot of time together," Steffy said carefully. I want you to be cautious. Hope has a complicated past, especially when it comes to relationships. I don't want to see you get hurt." Carter frowned, surprised by Steffy's concern. "Steffy, I appreciate you looking out for me, but Hope and I are just friends. There's nothing romantic going on." Steffy nodded but wasn't convinced. "Maybe not yet. But I've seen how these things can escalate, and I know Hope. When she's hurting, she looks for someone to lean on. I just want you to be careful." Though Carter assured her that he and Hope were just friends, Steffy's words lingered in his mind long after their conversation. The seed of doubt had been planted. Hope's response, of course, word travels fast in the Forrester world, and it wasn't long before Hope heard about Steffy's warning to Carter. Furious and hurt, Hope confronted Steffy at the Forrester mansion, ready for a showdown. "Why are you doing this, Steffy?" Hope demanded, her eyes blazing with anger. "You have no right to interfere in my life or in Carter's. We're adults and we can make our own decisions." Steffy didn't back down. "I'm not trying to control anyone's life, Hope. I'm trying to protect Carter from getting caught up in something that could end badly. I know your history, and I don't want to see him hurt the way others have been." Hope's face hardened. "You think you know me, Steffy, but you don't. Carter and I have something real, something that's built on trust and mutual respect. You have no idea what's going on between us, and you have no right to judge." Steffy crossed her arms, her gaze unwavering. "I'm not judging you, Hope. I'm looking out for someone I care about. If you and Carter are really just friends, then there's no issue. But if it becomes more, I just hope you're prepared to handle it responsibly." Hope stormed out of the mansion, more determined than ever to prove Steffy wrong. But the tension between the two women was far from over. Carter's dilemma. As the days passed, Carter found himself caught in the middle of the brewing storm between Hope and Steffy. Though he initially dismissed Steffy's concerns, he couldn't deny the growing attraction he felt for Hope. Her kindness, her dedication, and her unwavering strength in the face of adversity had drawn him in. But now, with Steffi's warning echoing in his mind, he began to second-guess his feelings. Carter knew he was at a crossroads. Pursuing a relationship with Hope could complicate his life in ways he wasn't prepared for, especially with Steffi watching his every move. But on the other hand, walking away from the possibility of something real with Hope felt like a missed opportunity. Steffi's final move. Unwilling to let Hope and Carter's connection deepen, Steffi took one final bold step. She orchestrated a scenario that would force them apart, using her influence at Forrester Creations to reassign Carter to a new project, one that would take him away from Hope's orbit. It was a ruthless move, but in Steffi's mind, it was the only way to protect Carter from making a mistake. But will Steffi's interference backfire, driving Hope and Carter closer together? Or will her shocking move succeed in keeping them apart for good? As the dust settles, one thing is certain. Steffi's actions have set the stage for a dramatic fallout, and in true bold and the beautiful fashion, the consequences will be anything but predictable.